Gentlemen, welcome back to the shop. We continue our foray into replacing the Bosch Nano Cut chainsaw, the mini box opener, with a new and more skookum box opener. Now, we did the proof of concept in the previous video. However, we're going to increase the chooch factor significantly by adding some impetus. And the problem is here is in order to add that impetus, we need a bracket. And I still want access for the guillotine blade. Here's the thing. The easy thing to do would be to cut this right off and fabricate a bracket and then put the bracket on. However, in the theme of Chihuahua humping a cactus, we're going to do this the hard way. We're going to make a pretend that this is installated somewhere where we can't get this off and we need to make an addendum to the dedendum. So what we are going to do is use some of our tricks. We are going to tack this on, then we're going to bore this out. Don't do like Honey Dunny, don't do nothing like the smell of burnt flesh in the eventide. We're fuckered now. How the hell are you going to get a round hole in there? There's nowhere to put your pilot. And you can't get this into the Bridgeport on account of it being too ungodly. Hold my beer. I'll show you how. You got too many clamps in your shop? No such thing, am I right? No, I am right. So we got the pilot bushing here, what we did before, and we're going to just ginger carefully start the hole. We got the pilot in. I've added a ratchet strap. I've added an extra clamp. And we got this as a reaction arm for the handle of the drill. This thing's torquey as hell. We got her in bull low. And now what we can do is we fabricated ourselves kind of a field-dressed drill press. And as long as we're careful, we're not going to get summer teeth. Everything's nice and taut. So we just give her a little tweak on this, give her a little down pressure. All we got to do really is pull the trigger. Par for the course, titty bit of fuckery on account of the cross section here is thicker than the depth of this. So I had to knock some bits off there. I was just reefing on that lever and nothing was happening. So let's see if that is centered up. Not bad. Looks pretty square. And we'll just center punch these. Alright, now I got her tested out. Did a dry run, far better than the wet runs. What we got to do is pretty the thing up. It's ugly. Well, put some lipstick on this pig. Most important part of any job is the paint job. So I'm going to show you what to do to pretty this up. Essentially what we got to do is cap the ends here and then come in here with the grinder, the buffing wheel, clean all these ugly welds up, and then we'll also put some silicone carney in the cracks, what for making the paint look better, because if you have big deep grooves like this and you paint it, you'll see this big old black line, and then if it goes outside, which this is not, well, maybe, I don't know, it is an heirloom after all, it might end up outside. So what'll happen is you'll get a big shit stain here where it rusts in betwixt the between. So we don't want that. We're going to make her real good and pretty. Now we got ourselves some flat bar, rather thick 1/4 inch stock, but you got to piss with the cock you got. So we're going to get 2 birds stoned with 1 bush here on account of gang drilling this, or not gang drilling. We got all this flat bar, and the problem is, of course, in the saw, cutting it this wise, cutting it down like this. Let me show you. We have a nice aggressive stagger tooth on this saw. The problem, of course, is you need 2, 3, 4 teeth engagement on the workpiece in order to not have it jump up and shear all the teeth off. That's a mistake, a rookie mistake, that you'll go to use the saw and it fucks off on you, you know, cuts on a hangulation on account of somebody before you used the saw incorrectly. There is a right and a wrong way, and the wrong way is to have not enough teeth engaged on here. So what we would have to do is cut it like this. Now that makes for a long chip, a big chip, but the gullet needs to be big enough in the saw in order to carry that chip, otherwise it plugs up and breaks the teeth off. So there's kind of a way around that, and the perfect way around that is to gang saw it. So what we can do here, because we got the MIG welder all set up right quick, fast, in a hurry, we'll just tack one end of these and then we'll saw these all at once, and that way, well, it's more efficient, number one, and it saves our blade. We got our 10 cut, but thinking ahead now, this is a trick of fabricators, professionals. This is what separates hobbyists from professionals. They think ahead. So a pro knows that we pretty much use 2-inch HSST, hollow structural steel tubing, exclusively here in the Empire Dirt. So we got it all ganged up. We might as well cut a whole bunch of valence plates in order to save time on the next job.